Volunteer activity, an online presentation of the FEC's Information Division. The federal campaign finance laws define contribution very broadly to include anything of value given for the purpose of influencing a federal election. This definition includes providing goods or services at less than the normal charge. However, the law exempts certain election-related activities conducted by volunteers. These volunteer exemptions will be the focus of this presentation. Let's start with the personal services exemption. The law exempts the value of services provided to a political committee by uncompensated individual volunteers. For example, an event planner who volunteers to organize a party fundraiser does not make a contribution as long as he's not compensated for his services. If someone pays him for his services, then the payments must be reported as contributions. Volunteers may use their home or recreation room in a residential complex for a campaign or party-related activity without making a contribution. Volunteers may also use a church or community room for these activities if the facility is regularly used for non-commercial purposes by members of the community without regard to political affiliation. Any nominal fee charged for use of the room will not count as a contribution. The volunteers' payments for food, beverages, and invitations for these events are not considered contributions if they remain under certain limits. If the event benefits a candidate, the limit is $1,000 per candidate per election. If the activity benefits a political party committee, the limit is $2,000 per year on behalf of all committees of the same political party. Any amount over these limits results in a reportable in-kind contribution. This limit applies separately to each person living in the home. So, for example, a married couple hosting a fundraiser for a candidate's primary election may spend up to $2,000 combined on food, beverages, and invitations without making a contribution to the campaign. Please note that this exemption does not apply to non-residents who co-host the event. Any expenses paid by a non-resident co-host are contributions and must be reported. Also, payments for other expenses that are not food, beverages, or invitations must be reported as contributions. A volunteer may also pay for his or her own travel expenses related to campaign or party activities. The volunteer may spend up to $1,000 per candidate per election and up to $2,000 per year on behalf of all committees of the same political party. Amounts that exceed those limits must be reported as contributions. In addition to these travel exemptions, volunteers may spend unlimited amounts of personal funds for their meals and lodging without making a contribution, as long as the expenses are incidental to their volunteer activities. Volunteers may also conduct campaign and party-related activities over the Internet without the activity resulting in a contribution or expenditure. The activity may include, but is not limited to, sending or forwarding emails, posting comments to a blog, creating, maintaining, or hosting a website, paying a nominal fee for the use of the website, and providing a hyperlink to a website. This exemption applies whether the activity is conducted with or without the knowledge or consent of a campaign or party committee. However, please note that this exemption does not apply to paid Internet communications. Internet communications placed on another person's website for a fee may result in a reportable contribution or expenditure. The campaign finance laws allow volunteers to make occasional, isolated, or incidental use of their employer's facilities for volunteer activities, but the volunteer must comply with the employer's policies on political activities at work. The Commission provides a safe harbor for this occasional, isolated, or incidental use of no more than 1 hour per week or 4 hours per month. So, for example, if the employer allows, a volunteer can use her office phone for up to 1 hour per week to make get-out-the-vote calls on behalf of a party committee. If the activity exceeds this occasional, isolated, or incidental use, or if the volunteer uses the organization's equipment to produce campaign materials, then the volunteer must reimburse the organization within a commercially reasonable time. The reimbursement is considered a contribution from the individual to the political committee and must be reported. The employee must also complete her normal amount of work, and the activity must not increase the overhead or operating costs of the organization. In addition, The activity must not be coerced or conditioned upon being used for a particular candidate or party committee. Again, volunteers should check with their employers on any policies prohibiting political activity in the workplace. Volunteer exemptions provide a great way for individuals to support federal candidates and parties without having the activity count against their contribution limits. Please visit our website for more information on these and other ways that you can help participate in federal elections. The Federal Election Commission is committed to encouraging compliance with the federal campaign finance laws. In addition to the information we provide on our website, we maintain a toll-free information line that you can call for help. We respond within 5 business days to questions sent by email, and we conduct conferences throughout the country, host webinars on a variety of topics, and post e-learning videos like this one on our website and YouTube channel. We encourage you to make use of these resources, and we look forward to serving you.